So, just like the trumpet, do not shove it in. Be sure that you twist it in. If it seems like I'm very, very hardcore about people twisting in their mouthpieces and not shoving them in, it's because you have no idea how difficult it is for a director to get that mouthpiece off when it's stuck in there. They usually need to use a special tool called the bobcat to get it out. But we'll go over that later. Or if you can't wait, just ask your director. They'll tell you what a bobcat is. So, first note we're going to get through on French horn is our E. That's the first note we usually start our students off with. Beginner students, that's the note we usually do start you off with. Your directors might start you off differently. Your director's advice over mine, totally agree with that. But in this case, if you're watching this video, this goes for students and directors, be sure that we start with E. Now the E is going to be all open. So no valves are going to be pressed down, not even the trigger. It's all open. So let's go ahead and get into our position. Left foot out, right foot in. It's okay to rest the bell on your leg if you have to, if you're a beginner, because guess what? I'm going to do both ways. I'm going to hold the bell, and I'm actually going to show you guys how you can start playing when you're okay with not having it on your leg anymore. But first, let's go ahead and have our hand on the bell, right hand on the bell, left hand on our valves. Be sure you're curving them. And once again, find your embouchure placement. Remember the teeth and the gums borderline. There it is. Now we bring it to us. And count down to 4. Be sure you remember your position. Anchor your corners of your mouth. And be sure that your chin is flat. So here we go. We're going to go ahead and get 4 counts. 1, 2, breathe in. If you were able to get that sound, excellent. If you were able to get it out right then and there like that, excellent job. You are by far ahead of everyone else. If you kind of had a little bit of trouble getting it out like moi did, it's okay. And if you're making fun of me right now, it's okay. I can take it. I'm a Texan. We're kind of hard-skinned. We can take it. But what I'm trying to say is don't give up. Always aim to see if you can try to get that sound out as clean and as clear as possible. So let's try that again. I'm going to start on E one more time. Find your embouchure. And here we go. 1, 2. One more time. 2. Ready? And. One more time. 2. Keep it still. Fast air. Last time. Try no vibrations and play. Very good. Now, let's see if we can go, just like we did with the trumpets on that little exercise. We're going to do the exact same thing, except this case we're going to go from E down to D. So E, which is open, D, which is going to be first valve. E to D. And we're going to go ahead and do them in half notes too. Here we go. 1, 2, breathe in. Now, why did that happen? Did you notice how nothing came out the first time? It was just all dead silence, air. It's like I like to call dead air. There's a reason why that happens. It can happen with brass instruments. It can happen even with woodwind instruments. The lips. Sometimes the lips get dried out. The more and more you play, the more and more that they do get dried out. So it's always very important that you keep yourself hydrated. Drink plenty of water. So that way it keeps those lips nice and moist, and you can easily get a sound out. So let's try that again. If you have to, it's okay to lick those lips. Let's try it again. And 1, 2. There you go. Of course, I had a pretty bit of a scary start, but let's try that again. And 1, 2. And again, If you're still having some pretty cruddy starts, it's okay. This practice makes perfect. So now we went from E to D, we're going to go back to E, and then this time we're going to go up to F. So in this case, E was open, D was 1, then we're going to go back to E, open, and guess what? F and D are the same fingerings, back to 1. So open, 1, open, 1, open, 1, open, 1. Now, how do you know if you're playing the right notes? How do you know if you're going to be playing it correctly? You'll know by the formation of your embouchure. The lower the note, the more you want to open your teeth. The higher the note, the more faster the air has to be at all times, and at times keep those corners nice and firm for each higher note. So let's try that now. Here we go. Lick your lips if you have to. 1, 2. If you were able to get it all in one try, no problems whatsoever, no scary starts, awesome. If not, it's okay. Let's try that one more. Here we go. And 1, 2. Yeah, that was a really bad start for me, I'll tell you that much. If you guys were able to get it the first time, I do apologize. Hey, it's my show. Get over it. Just joking. Here we go. Let's try that again. And 1, 2, breathe in, and. Aha, gotcha. Just trying to make sure you're paying attention. If you guys knew that I messed up, my hat's off to you. No, I'm not going to take my hat off. That's my hat. Let's try it again. Here we go. And 1, 2, breathe in. Here we go. Very good. Very good. Now, we're going to go all the way down this time, just like we did with trumpet. We're going to do the exact same thing. E, D, E, F, and then this time, we're going to go to our high G. Let me rephrase myself. It's not really a high G. It's just the G that's on the second line. Every good boy deserves fudge, or every good burger deserves fries. It's right there, that G, second line treble clef. So, here we go. We're going to go E, D, E, F, G. G is open. So notice now, E is open, G is open, D and F are going to be 1. So here we go. And 1. In case you guys can see her, that's my dog. We call her Texas Blue. And she is a bit of a, she does like to call attention to herself every now and then, but we just ignore her. Here we go. Let's try that again. This time we're going all the way up to G. 1, 2, here we go. Half notes. Now remember, the higher the note, the more your corners need to get firm. The more the embouchure needs to get firm. You want fast air, a firmer embouchure. Lower note, open up those teeth a little bit more. Now, last but not least, we're going to finish off this exercise. So we were able to go from E, D, E, F, G. Now we just need one more to complete that. That's our low C. And again, C, E, and G are all the same fingering, open. The only one you need a change for is D and F, which is 1. So if you notice, this pattern is a pretty easy pattern for our beginner students to go at, because it helps them to transition a little bit better from just going 1, open, 1, open, 1. Well, what do you know, I did it actually backwards. Open, 1, open, 1, open. At least until you can get them into 1, 2, 1, 3, and etc., etc. So here we go. We're going to complete this now. This time we're going to go all the way down. We're going to start on E. Then we're going to go, E. Then we're going to go D. And then we're going to go C. and then we're going to go all the way back up. C, D, E, F, G. And it's okay to finger along with me. So finger along with me. Let's try that. Once again, we're starting on E. We're going to go down to a low C, and then we're going to work our way back up to a high G. So here we go. 1, 2, finger along. Here we go. E, D, C, D, E, F, G. Hey, I'm a band director. I never said I was a pretty good singer, though. That's why we joined band. I'm just joking. If you can sing, that's awesome. Now, we're going to try it one more time. Finger along this time. If you didn't get it the first time, let's see if we can get it the second time. Finger along. Ready, and E, D, C, D, E, F, G. And once again, we're going to do them in half notes. So, let's check and see if those lips are nice and moist. And here we go. 4 count prep, and we're in. 1, 2, breathe in, here we go. Now we had some fumbles like I did. That was because my armature was moving around a lot. You don't want to be like me. You want to be sure that these corners are nice and anchored. Keep that chin nice and flat, and try not to move as much. When you move, not only do you make fumbles, but it ruins your intonation. It ruins the tone. So let's try that one more time. Here we go. One last time, and 1, 2, here we go, and now, there are 2 ways you can do these exercises that we just did right now. You could do them just like I was doing, tonguing them, or maybe you just want to hear each note and just hear how they're connected to and from each of your transitions. Slur them all. You can do either or. Who knows? Just ask your director as well. Maybe he or she may want you to do something completely different. It's totally up to them. But I do hope you enjoyed this exercise. One last thing I want to add before we take off. Once you feel that you're comfortable enough to not hold on to that bell anymore, here's all you need to do. All you gotta do, take your hand just like I'm doing it right now. And all you're gonna do is just slide it in. How do you know when you're gonna stop? I'll let you know. If you feel the bell and the corner or edge of your knuckles meet, that's where you should have it on the French horn. When you feel ready, all you gotta do is just bring it to your side, and you can do the exact same thing. Of course, in this case, as a woodwind player, I gotta practice. So, if I were you, and you got plenty of time on your hands, go out there and start practicing. I'm glad you guys enjoyed this. Be sure to hit me up if you have any questions. Just write a comment on the link or just write a comment below. I'd like to hear from all of you, directors or students. If you do have any questions that I did not cover, please let me know. I'll be more than happy to answer. As we say in Texas, y'all come back now, you hear?